It's November, so it's time to make some pumpkin bread. I absolutely love pumpkin and I don't get to make it enough. And so I thought maybe I would get some pumpkin puree and whip something together, something simple. You only have a few ingredients here. So we have a whole can of pumpkin puree. We're going to use the entire can this time because usually recipes call for maybe like 3/4 of the can, but we don't want it to go to waste. So we're gonna use the whole can. Then we have 1/2 of a cup of vegetable oil or any other neutral cooking oil, 3 large eggs, 1 cup plus 2/3 of a cup of granulated sugar, 1 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder, 3/4 of a teaspoon of baking soda, 3/4 of a teaspoon of fine salt, 3/4 of a teaspoon of ground cinnamon, and then a good 1/4 of a teaspoon of fresh grated nutmeg. You can buy grated nutmeg at any store, but I do like them freshly grated. It does make a huge difference. 1/4 of a teaspoon of ground ginger, and then 2 pinches of ground cloves. Same thing, you can buy them at the store already ground, but I use my mortar and pestle to grind them up. And finally, 2 cups and 1/4 of a cup of all-purpose flour. Finally, to finish, I have 1 tablespoon of sugar and 1 teaspoon of cinnamon that I mixed together, and I'm going to sprinkle it on top just so we have a little bit more of a crust. So I heated the oven up to 350 Fahrenheit, and all I really need is a big bowl, this spatula, and probably a whisk just for the flour. It just makes it easier. Let's start. Okay, so we're first going to whisk together the pumpkin, the oil, the eggs, and the sugar until smooth. I love this little thing. It comes from Muji, and it's so easy to just get everything out.
Hey, Papa. Look who's here to visit.
Okay, now we're going to sprinkle the baking powder, baking soda, the salt, and then all the spices. So cinnamon, nutmeg, ginger, and cloves. And we're going to mix well. I can already smell the spices. Now I'm going to add the flour. So always do it little by little so that it doesn't clump. At this point in time, I switch to the spatula and use it to remove all of the batter that got stuck inside the whisk. As you can see, it's nice and smooth. I already buttered my loaf pan, so just all sides so that it'll be easy to remove the loaf afterwards, and just expect the loaf to be pretty high. And then we're going to sprinkle the cinnamon and sugar. Okay, we're gonna put it in 65 to 75 minutes. And then we're going to test it with a knife to make sure that it comes out completely dry.